message for this Conservative government. We are telling them, stop the cuts and fund HSN properly. So you know, HSN has $36 million deficit of their budget. And management is expected to cut another 28 jobs. The workers here at this hospital, they keep showing up, they keep running the hospital, and they keep providing care every single day to patients, but it's getting harder and harder and harder. The truth is, the hospital doesn't even have enough staff right now. A CUPE survey found that 71% of the workers here say patient care is suffering because there isn't enough staff to provide the care. If we're already short-staffed, how can we keep cutting jobs? Members are saying they're exhausted, they're facing bigger and bigger workloads, and more burnout is happening. Nearly 43% of the staff are faced with violence at work because they're overcrowded and because they're understaffed, and patients are waiting far too long for care. And you know what, folks? Are we going to let this happen? No! That's why we're standing out here today. We're here to tell the public enough is enough. 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 Only 24% of the people that are in emergency department are waiting within the provincial 8-hour target. That means people are waiting far too long for care. Scarborough's growing, our population is getting bigger, and so are the number of people. The need for healthcare is rising, and we need more investment in our public hospitals, not more cuts. So folks, we have a great lineup of speakers here today, and it is my pleasure to announce Stacey James, the president of the local. She's going to provide us with an update. Come on up, Stacey.
My name is Stacey James. I'm the president for CUPE Local 5852. I am here today to say that the people of Scarborough deserve safe, timely, and quality health care. Right now, healthcare workers are doing everything they can to care for patients. But without proper government funding, our hospital system is being pushed beyond its limit. Staff shortage, rising workloads, and lack of resources are creating unsafe conditions for both patients and healthcare workers. Nurses and all healthcare workers are physically and emotionally exhausted from constantly working short-staffed. Hospitals are sometimes unable to replace sick calls because budgets are stretched too thin, forcing remaining staff to carry out overwhelming workloads. This crisis is just not affecting workers. It can also affect patient care. Long wait time in emergency departments are increasing frustrations, tensions, and violence in the workplace, creating a hostile and unsafe environment for everyone. Patients are waiting longer for treatments, and healthcare workers are burning out while trying to provide care for the community that deserves it. Healthcare is not a luxury, it is a necessity. The people of Scarborough need reassurance that when they come to the hospital, they will receive safe, compassionate, and quality care without delays. We are calling on the government to provide immediate and adequate funding to support our hospitals. Hire and retain staff, improve patient care, reduce emergency wait time, and protect frontline workers from being burnt out and from being part of workplace violence. Our healthcare workers have continued to stand strong for the community, and now we need the government to stand with us. We are here to support this community. We will continue this fight. We will fight until we get this funding for this hospital. Our members deserve to be working at a safe pace. They deserve the funding. The nurses work very hard, and we are not going to stop. We are not going to back down. We are going to continue to rally until this hospital gets the funding.
Thanks very much, Stacey. Now we have a whole bunch of people that are here that want to bring solidarity. And the first person that I'm going to call up is Leona Foster. She's the president from Sick Kids Hospital. Leonora.
Hi, everyone. So I'm here from Local 2816, Sick Kids, and we're here to support Scarborough because we know once the government start cutting, we all are going to get cut. And so we're here to support Scarborough, and we're here to say we're standing up with you, and we will fight Doug Ford until we get proper funding for hospital. As Stacey says, this is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And one day we all maybe going to end up in a hospital and need the care that we need. Okay? And so we're going to say stand up and fight back. When Doug Ford come against us, what do we do?
Stand up and fight.
What do we do?
Stand up and fight.
What do we do?
Stand up and fight.
CUPE, what do we do?
Stand up and fight.
We will not back down. We will not stop until our hospital, our healthcare is proper funded. So we are here to send a message to Doug that Doug, this is enough. We need proper funding for our hospital, for our healthcare, and for the future of Canada. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Our next speaker is Joe Ritchie. He is the Area 3 alternate. He's the president of his local. Joe!
All right. That music really got me hot today. That was nice to hear, and with the weather and everything, it's so great. So I just want Stacey and the executive to know from Trillium Health Partners and Area 3, we will be with you side by side. We will not allow this to happen. Our next rally, if we have to have one, will be here again. And we will be going to see Mr. Ford. That's what we need to do. They need to get together, and they need to understand that these are growing communities. They need the funding. We can't have eliminations of positions. So this, to let everybody know, we will not give up, and we will be back if we have to. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Joe. We also have Answella Joseph from 1156. Answella!
Hi, my name is Answella Joseph, and I'm a nurse. And I could say I bring a personal relationship to this. The reason why I am here is to support Stacey and the executive. And we're here. When we start using capitalism on the back of human beings to fund, to take away from the weakest set of the population and not provide appropriate care, then there is a problem. When the strong is remaining strong and the weak is at the bottom, we have a problem. And when the government do not provide proper funding, and they are comfortable because they could go to a private hospital and pay. That's the highest class of capitalism. We know this country is capitalism, but we cannot live like this. Please support Stacey and the executive. Thank you very much.
You know what? I think we need to make some noise. I know that they're looking at us over here in those apartment buildings because the sound is going up. But I don't think they can hear
funding!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
More funding!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
More funding!
When do we want it?
Now!
Perfect. I think they're just starting to hear us. Our next speaker comes all the way from 5441. Chanel Mammy, come on in.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chanel. I'm from Local 5441. I'm a personal support worker. I'm also the Area 3 personal support worker representative, and I'm here today in support of this local. We need more funding for our hospitals. We need more funding for patient safety. All these tax cuts, you're not just hurting the people that work there, you're hurting our patients. You are hurting our patients. You are putting the public safety in jeopardy by all of these funding cuts. If you can give bonuses to yourselves, bonuses to the government, you can give funding to the hospital. You can give to the hospital. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Chanel. Our next speaker that's bringing solidarity is Leslie Sullivan from Markham Stouffville. Leslie!
Hey everybody, I just want to say thank you to Scarborough and their team for rocking out this morning. I think everybody's in good spirits. We're bringing good vibes to this rally. We all know why we're here. We know what's happening. We know this guy's got to go. We got to keep coming out to these rallies. We got to keep showing up for each other, and we got to get it done. We got funding at Markham Stouffville Hospital. We were in a $12.3 million deficit. We're in a $600,000 deficit right now. And I want to thank all of you for coming out and making that happen. We can do it for Scarborough. We can do it for every single local. Keep coming out and keep showing up. Take care, everybody.
Thank you very much, Leslie. Now, solidarity comes from all parts of Ontario. But this group, I want to say thank you very much to Hamilton, CUPE 786. Jillian Watt is the Area 2 Vice President, and she's the president of our local. Please welcome Jillian.
Thank you, Sharon. All right. Okay, guys, time to get a little louder. We're going quiet again. Let's go. Let's hear it. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you for allowing us to participate in your local, supporting your members. $36 million, folks. So it's more than a number. What does that $36 million deficit mean? It means impact to patient care. It means workers working harder, working more hours with less support, and a growing strain on our hospital. Most importantly, the impact on patient care. Frontline workers do not create this crisis. They continue to show up every single day providing excellent care despite chronic understaffing and inadequate funding. The answer is not cuts. The answer is investment. Our patients deserve timely care, our workers deserve support, and our community deserves a hospital that is properly funded. We are here to send a clear message. Public health care works when government's funded. It's time to invest our hospitals and the people who keep them running. Like Joe Ritchie said, Leslie, we will continue to show up. We will continue to be here. Solidarity, greetings from 7800 in Area 2. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jillian. Okay, our next speaker goes by Richard Rigg, but we all know him as the president of 786. Please help me welcome Richard Rigsby.
Thank you, everybody. I'd like to thank Stacy and the team for having us. We stand today in solidarity as our employer is looking at 60-plus job cuts. PSWs, administrative, clerical staff. These duties now fall back on the nurses, which are already working burnt out, tired, high patient ratios. This has to stop. We're a big hospital with eye surgery, diagnostic, and a lot of orthopedic surgeries, which you all know are being privatized. It's an absolute shame. People are waiting eons to have these services, and privatization is not the key. Our members do not have the money for private surgeries. You know, this government is not for the people. This government is for the corporate donors, and we will continue to fight and stand with each other, go to any rallies that need to be. We have to maybe do town halls, get more community involved, as we're out here not only for ourselves, we're out here for the people and the communities that we serve. And enough is enough. This is a shameful thing that's happening. And I just want to give a message to Doug Ford that we are not going to go anywhere. We will be present, accounted for, and creating havoc. I like that. Couldn't think of all I could think of was shit. But we will create havoc until he finally realizes to properly fund public health care. Thank you for all.
Thanks very much, Rick. You know, I think Rick said one important thing. We need to stand together. And you know, many people keep saying to me, I hear it often, oh Sharon, these rallies don't work. But we've heard from people. We've seen it with our very own eyes. If we do not push the Ford government to do something, nothing will get done. We know that he does crumble. We've seen it. The greenbelt, his private jets. So what we need to do is to continuously talk to the public, and this is one way that we can do it. We get media, it gets in the paper, it gets on the radio, it gets on TV, and people start asking you questions. But it is our job as healthcare workers to protect public healthcare. So it is, what we're going to ask for each of you is to go home, talk to your neighbors, get your neighbors to talk to others. Talk to, if you drop your children off at school, if you talk to people in various circles, because what we need for people to do is to apply pressure to this government, because he doesn't like it when we're out making noise. And you know, our next speaker, I am very proud to introduce Michael Hurley, the president of the Ontario Council of Hospital Unions. Michael!
What a great job you've done here at Scarborough Local. This is a great rally. And what a wonderful group of activists. Maybe you think I'm buttering you up, but I believe that in the depths of my heart there isn't a finer group of activists in the labor movement than the people in the hospital sector. You know, Leslie pointed the way. They had a rally at Markham over their deficit. The provincial government came up with money. They had rally after rally in North Bay. The provincial government came up with money. They promised up to 4% funding in this budget, much more than for any other sector. It still represents a cut. Why is that? Because relentlessly you have been on the tail of this government demanding an investment. What we're asking for is actually that they spend 6% a year. That's what it costs to run a hospital. That's what it costs. But in fact, what they spent last year was -2. And what they're promising this year is another maybe -2.5, -3. And we're here today as part of an ongoing campaign. We have 6 rallies in June. We have another one in July, and a whole slate of them coming after that. We'll be releasing reports. We will be on the government relentlessly, but nothing happens without the leadership that all of you show every day in standing up for the healthcare system. That is what's going to make the difference. That is what makes the difference. We are going to win this fight with this government. And for this particular local, this hospital is located at the epicenter of what will be a hotly contested provincial by-election as the Liberals, the NDP, and the Conservatives all try to take Scarborough for themselves. And so, if we keep the pressure up here, you know we will get the $36 million funded for this hospital. But more importantly, there's $1 billion in deficits for all the other hospitals, and we need to step up for them as well. And that's our battle cry for the patients, for the families, for the staff. We have your backs.
Thanks very much, Michael. And we want to say to everybody who's come out on their lunch hour, we thank you for what you do every single day. I want to say people who've driven in today to support the local thanks you for your solidarity and for being here. But, you know, we can't go because they can't hear us. I'm pretty sure when you go pick up your food, if you haven't got your ticket, you're going to want to talk to the local about getting your ticket. But they can't hear you at the truck. They don't even know what you're standing out here for. So let's make some noise! What do we want?